I think political lines are a lot more blurred than I thought they were. I was definitely very black and white. This is good, this is evil. I think I've realized that everything's just a little bit blurry right now, and I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna say. Because you know, you gotta be wise, because I feel like my duty right now is not to concern myself with politics. Because number one, I'm a 17-year-old. I don't really know what I'm talking about. What I do know is that Jesus Christ bought me with a price, and I can talk about Him. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, everything's a lot more blurry, and that's why we need Jesus, because Jesus is just straight up. He is the truth, the way, and the life. The way, the truth, and the life. You know, that's comfort. Chad Petrus says eggs are the best source of protein. Apparently, protein is like a right-wing thing. Did you hear that? Wait, let me find that. Protein far right. Who's heard about this? Okay, Vanity Fair asks, why are Americans so obsessed with protein? Blame MAGA. From Liver King to Podcast Bros, RFK Jr.'s Maha constituents, America's infatuation with protein has reached a fever pitch and is undeniably gendered. Look, just because RFK is saying that protein's good for you, which it is, doesn't mean that it's like a far-right extremist thing. If you think it's far-right extremist to prioritize protein in your diet, then you're basically telling people to be unhealthy. Be a far-right extremist or be unhealthy. So I don't get that. That's kind of stupid. You know what I mean? Jesse Anderson, who just constantly wants to just barrage me with difficult questions today, says, can you summarize the book of Revelation? Obviously, some events in the world right now appear to fulfill some prophecies, but what should we expect as believers, or what should believers expect in the end times? I don't know. My straight up knowledge of that is mostly Bible project level stuff. Like, I haven't got a super deep understanding of it. I think it's eschatology. Is that what it's called? Eschatology. Yeah, the study of the last things. If you guys have any thoughts on the end times, let me know. But what I do think I know, I don't think that we're going to escape from tribulation. I think the Bible is pretty clear just all the time that we go through tribulation as Christians. So, like, think about the story of Noah, how he went through all of the difficulty, and he went through the storms but was in the ark, was safe in Jesus. Or just think about how, like, the early church Christians, you tell them that we'll be saved from tribulation, like we're in tribulation. That's what they're saying, you know. Or just Christians right now, they're getting their flipping heads chopped off for Jesus. So who are we to say we're going to escape tribulation? They're in tribulation, you know what I mean? So I think there will be more tribulation. I think there will be more trouble, more pain, more danger. Yeah, that's pretty much all I know. What I don't like is so many. My uncle said this. He said he knows so many people that unceasingly worry about the end times, and worry about whether they're going to get raptured or not. But he said that we spend so much time worrying about that we lose the point, which we need to be evangelizing and going out and reaching all of the nations of the earth, reaching that last soul that's going to accept Jesus. You know what I mean? We don't do that well enough. The devil would rather us get in arguments about, like, whether we're post or pre-tribulation or whatever it is, the millennium stuff, all that stuff. He'd rather us argue about that amongst each other than evangelize. So I'm more interested in evangelism. And all I know is that God is in control, and God's going to come back and make things right.